beautiful people, this is my Tanashi bag that I received in 3 days, which was awesome. That's my 16-inch closure. Here is my 22-inch bundle. The colors did vary and I was really upset about that, but it's okay. And I have an 18-inch bundle and a 20-inch bundle. It also came with a satin bonnet, a head wrap, and some lashes, and a cute little pamphlet, $5 off your next order or something like that. So I'm just gonna show you guys more in depthly about the closure. I feel like it's really important to see this as a consumer, you know. So I'm just running my fingers through it just to see how the knots are, just to show you guys the knots, and then how the lace is pretty thin, which I like. But you see all those little black spots? I didn't really like that. Just running my fingers through it to see if there's any shedding. There's no shedding here, as you guys can see, like it's not coming out. So here's my 18-inch bundle, so I can just show you guys if there is shedding or anything like that in the bundles itself. So I was having a little difficulty opening it. I finally got it open. Now I'm just running my fingers through it, and you can still see that it's no shedding. It is really nice and soft. I shook it just to show you guys some bounce that it, dimension that it has. The ends though were cut, and I didn't really like that. I like a feathered cut end in terms of a bundle. And I'm just going to show you all of my bundles and closures all together. 16-inch closure, 22, 20, 18. Start off with 2 pans, aluminum pans. Then we're going to have a door orange blaze, Cajun spice, truly red, and sunrise orange. We're starting off with 22 inches bundle. It's my longest bundle. I was having a hard time opening this. I really did not like that as a wrap. As a bundle wrap, it was not okay. So I was just having a difficult time opening it. I eventually go in and get some scissors because it was just too sticky. So I finally got the wrap off. Now I'm unwinding it, and what got me upset is like it's just so many layers. Like, why? Then I had to cut it open. I'm finally unraveling it, and I'm just wrapping it up together in a ruler length, and then I'm gonna fold that in half. So now I'm just folding it in half like I told you guys, and I'm just going to show you guys how it looks. Now get a pan full of water, hot boiling water, that sunrise orange that I just used. I'm just going to blend it in with my tail comb, and I just continue to whisk it. Now we're going to go ahead and do truly red. So the reasons why I use these colors is because I wanted a little bit like more of an orange bold situation going on in my hair. And now I'm just going to do a paper test, see if it worked. Nah, I didn't like that. Go in with some orange blaze. And now we're in Cajun spice. The reason why I kept adding more red was because I wanted it to be like a reddish orange as opposed to like just a regular orange, but you'll see how it turns out. So now you see me grabbing a paper towel, dipping it in. This is the actual paper towel test with all 4 colors into the water. And I went in and added in Truly Red again, just to make sure that the red is gonna take, and that is the darkness that I wanted it to be. And this is me dipping it in again, so the second paper towel test. I did a lot of these just to make sure I like the color. Now I'm going in and adding some more Truly Red just to get a reddish orange look. So this is the second true paper towel test to see if I like the color. I didn't really like that color as much. I didn't feel like it was the red that I wanted to achieve, so I started adding in more Cajun spice. I wanted it to be a little bit darker than that. So after I whisked in the Cajun spice, I wanted to make sure I really liked this color again, so I did another paper towel test, and that was the color that I was trying to achieve. I started off with the ends just to see if it was gonna take. Check the ends, it started taking, so I dipped the rest of the bundles inside. So I spread the bundles out while doing this, and I wanted to make sure that it was getting each and every blonde piece of hair that was there, especially your tracks. I've seen too many videos where they were missing hairs, and I was not trying to do that. So now you see me opening up this bundle and getting in between each and every track. I wanted to make sure that this was heavily saturated, and I just started playing with the hair. Like, it was really fun, and I think I would definitely do the watercolor method again. I combed the hair just to make sure that it was getting each and every single strand. So what you would want to do is place that bundle in that empty pan and keep it there. I just started adding the colors all over again. It is a repetition process. I just started whisking it as well, and I'm also going to do another paper towel test just to make sure that it's the correct color that I need. I cannot stress this enough. Please, please, please do one bundle at a time, only so that you can get the strands and everything that you need to be coated. I start off with the ends to make sure that the color is matching the original bundle, and if the color is not matching the original bundle, I just went in and added more pigment, more color, and I always add more red than I do any other color, just because I wanted a orange red type of flame looking color for fall. So now I'm gonna dip the whole entire bundle in there, and I'm gonna open it up again, make sure that it's getting heavily saturated, especially at the track part where the wefts are. I'm definitely making sure that I'm opening it and spreading it up. It's just a lot of playing around with the color and playing around with the hair itself, because you still don't want to tangle it. So that's why you see me more patting it and combing it out, as opposed to running my fingers through it as much. And I squeeze it out. I'm always make sure I squeeze it out just to make sure that the color is actually taken, that it's not falling right off of it. So I did the last bundle off camera, but these are all three of the bundles together. I'm just making sure that they're the same color, so I dipped them all into that one pan. But you see how I have them still wrapped up separately. I don't have them intertwined with one another because I did not want them to get tangled, especially with this type of hair. So now we're going in with the closure. I was really scared with the closure, but I started off with the ends. I ended up taking my gloves off just so that I can make sure that I wasn't tinting the lace, but as you'll see later down along the line, this didn't tint the lace whatsoever. So I was carefully, and I'm doing this really slow. I sped this up. I'm using the comb again to make sure that I'm getting each and every strand. I'm trying to put some color in it. I didn't know how to do this, actually. I was so scared, because you know, once you mess up that closure, it's over. And I didn't have time. I had a hair appointment that day. I was not trying to have any mistakes. So I'm just dabbing the color in with my fingers at this point, because the comb was useful for just little pieces of hair. And I was scared that like I said, I was scared that the lace was going to get tinted. So I just patted slowly, and I combed through, trying to get the color through by the comb, but that didn't work. So I started to let it seep through a little bit, and then I noticed that, okay, it can get wet, and it wasn't tinted in the lace. So that's what I did like about this. My lace was not tinted. I've seen videos where females' laces were tinted, but luckily for me, it did not happen. So I went back again and added some more colors, all 4 colors, just to make sure that that closure was the correct color as the bundles. So after I finished whisking, I also noticed that there were little pieces of color inside of there, so that's why I go back in and whisk it again, because at this point my hot water was no longer boiling hot, it was warm. So I'm just going back in with the closure, back and forth, dabbing it, just straight like that, dabbing it, making sure it's not sitting in that color for way too long. Because at this point, even though I did start to dye it, I was still nervous about the lace still tinting. So I added all 4 colors back again, just to make sure I'm getting that correct color as all 3 of those bundles are with that closure. So with this time, I make sure to keep dabbing it, and I'm checking the lace. I always check the lace. So now I'm opening it up, making sure that it's going through each and every strand. And this is actually a good way to test to see if your closure is sturdy or not, if you want to use that for a word. You can see how well the hair is actually picking up that color. That's what I did like about the Tanashi hair. So I'm just repeating that process over and over until it's the same color as the bundles. So after I keep squeezing it out, I go and check to see if the colors are matching the bundles. So I'm like, it's a little bit off. So I go back in and add some more color and repeat the process all over again. So now I just squeezed it out, and I'm just wanted to show you guys, like, look how the lace is going on my skin. I know that was really quick, but I'm just going in to show y'all, like, the lace isn't really tinted. You still see the blonde at the roots. So that's why I dipped it in one more time, squeezed it in, make sure it's all good and saturated. And now I grabbed the bundles to see if it matched. It finally matched. And that was my watercolor method. So this is how the hair turned out on me, and I am in love with the color. Let me know how you guys like it in the comments below. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for watching. Man of my dreams, how you gonna change my mind? Word around town, you know I get down. Baby, let me change your mind.